rise up, coming for the top, bro. It's time to rise up. You're tuning into my show. It's time to rise up.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Ruby from the Real Deal Plays, and welcome to another top 5 video. Now, last time we did a top 5 video, I did one, I believe it was on top 5 most overpowered weapons, or the top 5 best weapons in video games. Today I'm switching it up from weapons to users, so this will be the top 5 most overpowered characters in video games. And here are the rules for this. Number 1, the character's origin gotta either start within comic book or a TV series. And that's pretty much it. There's not a lot to say from there. So let's get it started. At number 5, these are some overpowered characters. Now everybody knows about the great Superman and whatnot, and about how he's so overpowered. But what about the people who didn't come from a different planet? How about people whose parents came from 2 different dimensions, like one from heaven and one from hell? Yeah, if we're talking about Nephilims, then I'm more or less talking about Devil May Cry. But to add insult to injury, I'm going to take it one step further, and I'm going to say Virgil for this list. I'm not saying Dante for a reason. He's been overpowered for 3 games now. His brother don't have no shine. And Virgil is actually overpowered for a reason. Number 1, he holds the sword Yamato, which is the angel version of Dante's sword, which is the Rebellion. Number 2, Virgil is actually super fast. He can move extremely faster than everything. Number 3, his double trigger gives him enhanced spiritual abilities. So like Dante using things like ebony and ivory, Virgil would favor over spiritual swords to attack his opponents with, pretty much holiness and spiritual attacks over guns and brute force. And to top it all off, most of his spells aren't even meant to harm people. They're more meant for moving things around or something. And he's actually, and not only that, but he did it better than Dante. He cheated death not once, but twice. He actually cheated death the first time in DMC Devil May Cry. Matter of fact, no, he cheated death way more times than that if you think about it. He cheated death in DMC 2, then he cheated death in DMC 3, then he cheated death again in DMC Devil May Cry, then he cheated death one last time in the DLC for Virgil's Downfall. He's cheated death 4 times. 4! I don't see Dante cheating death that many times. So that pretty much is the reason why we put him on the list. Number 4, I would have to give this one up to Raiden, aka Jack the Ripper. And there's a good reason for this. People might not see him as overpowered, but it's his game, Metal Gear Solid Rising Revenge, that actually makes him this overpowered. First of all, he's like a robot ninja, which we already know ninjas are cool, robots are cool, so if we put the 2 together, we get one cool outcome. Or a very slow ninja. It just depends. It depends on what we feel like. Anyways, after an accident that happened, I believe 4 years ago, it ended up having Raiden in a cybernetic division getting new parts for his body, turning him already into a cybernetic ninja, giving him added abilities such as being able to move faster, hit harder, pick up things way beyond weight limit that he could even hold. And to top it all off, a technique only known as blade mode, which gives him the ability to slow down time around him and find critical parts of somebody's body that he can exploit in order to kill them faster. And that's actually pretty impressive. And not only that, but his speed makes him so fast that he could cut the wind around him and turn that into a weapon. Like in the first game, like in the first part of the game, he actually swings his sword so fast to the point where like he just starts chopping down the buildings around him to create a barricade for the Prime Minister to escape. And that's some really impressive power, if you ask me. That's just something else. But we'll move on to that later. Number 3 is Kakashi Hatake from the Naruto series. And people might ask, well, if it's the Naruto series, wouldn't Naruto be the most overpowered? That's what they would want you to think. Unless you paid attention to the series from the season 1 start. Kakashi Hatake is a Jonin ninja from the Hidden Leaf Village in the Land of Fire. Which seems simple enough, right? Oh no, I forgot to mention that he actually has a bloodline technique, or Gekkei Genkai as the show call it, from this kid named Sasuke, for anybody who watches it, from his bloodline. And here's the fun thing about it. That the bloodline technique is the eye technique, which allows him to either see moves in advance, copy moves he already seen, or to even make it worse, play mind tricks on somebody to make them feel stupid. And literally, he had a good reason for this technique. He's been called the copy ninja because he was able to copy over 1,000 techniques off of his opponents. And can you blame him? He literally has a device. He literally has a technique that sits in his eye that copies every little thing that happens. So, for example, if I was to make, I don't know, for example, if I was to make a steak, all he would have to do is copy everything I did just by watching it, and he could do the same thing. That's pretty cool. A lot of people want that, especially me. Yeah, I want to go skateboarding, I could just use the eye and copy what you did. Simple as that. Number 2, I'd have to give that one up to Link, and there's a good reason for that. Well, as a kid, Link was already destined for the Triforce of Courage, which already adds strength to a person by itself. Keep in mind, though, it wasn't because of accident he got this. It's by destiny giving him this. And not only that, by giving him added strength, the Triforce of Courage also led him to a weapon known as the Master Sword. And using this blade just happens to cut through anything, and it's almost impossible to break. And not only that, but that also led him to the shield, the Master Shield, I believe it's called, or the Hyrulean Shield. It's one of those two. If you're a Legend of Zelda fan, please don't get on me for that. Anyways, the shield is unbreakable by itself and can't be broken by any natural forces. Unlike Captain America's shield, which can be broken by cosmic things, this shield cannot be broken by anything at all, from magic to physical attacks to cosmic forces. So, yeah, all of this because of destiny, and not only that, but this mark can actually call back everything. Like, the sword itself is already magic, and the Triforce that he has kind of gives him more power with it, so you kind of created an overpowered person right there yourself, Nintendo. Just saying. Thought I should throw that out there. And number 1 is Goku from the Dragon Ball Z series. Now, a lot of people will say, well, dang, I thought Superman was going to be on here. You did. This is not biased for a fanboys thing, but this is just the truth. Superman is already put on the list for powerful people, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't want to keep seeing him. So let's make it better. Let's add one of the few survivors from a planetary explosion. Goku, aka Son Goku, was sent to Earth with a simple job: destroy everything of life. But the same day he was sent on this mission, a guy named Frieza just happened to be blowing up his planet because his father realized that he was going to kill everybody because he was scared that they could become this thing called Super Saiyans. Long story short, if you want to see the full thing, just watch the DVD because I'm not going to explain the story. Anyways, Son Goku went to Earth to do his mission, but he took a critical blow to the head after falling off a cliff and forgot everything, and ever since then became a martial artist. His Saiyan blood from his race type gives him the ability that once he's on a break from death and heals up, his power jumps increasingly high, like critically. And all he has to do is get whooped and be healed, and he's good to go. Not only that, but some of the techniques he learned are so devastating that they can just destroy the Earth themselves. Like the Kamehameha Wave, the Kaioken technique, the Super Saiyan Force, and his most powerful ability, the Spirit Bomb, which is mainly used to destroy any evil. Like, yeah, it can still hurt people that's good, but this technique is mainly used to destroy the evil out of anything. So, like, if you throw this at somebody who's purely evil, they're gonna die from trying to withstand this. And not only that, but he's become so overpowered that even in the Akira Toriyama's movie, even in the Akira Toriyama's Dragon Ball Z movie, Battle of God, he achieved a form that nobody even knew was real, known as the Super Saiyan God form, which increased his power dramatically, even to the point where his body learned how to use it in basic form. So, is there no saying that he's more overpowered than half the people I just named on this list? I mean, come on, man. You're an alien who could become stronger just by surviving on the brink of death and healing up. You have so many powers, so many transformations, and so much energy that you could literally destroy the world if somebody was to just piss you off at any point in time. Who wouldn't want that? But anyway, I'm going to have to leave the video here. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share with your friends and all that. And if there's somebody on this list that I missed, then you add them on. Then you let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, this is The Real Deal Play signing off. And I am saying peace and have a good time. And I will see you guys tomorrow in a new video. So, deuces.
Legendary status, yeah, born for this, embracing change, never conform to this. Life is for living, you gotta make your own way. I hope all is forgiven at the end of the day.